The Hawaiian island of Oahu is a place of breathtaking beauty, known for its lush landscapes and vibrant culture. However, beneath this idyllic surface lies a story of profound ecological transformation. Oahu is now home to a novel ecosystem, a unique assemblage of species that has emerged due to human activities. Escaped pets, abandoned farm animals, and introduced plants have all played a role in creating this new ecological order. This ecological transformation raises profound questions about the future of biodiversity and the very definition of natural. Oahu's novel ecosystem serves as a living laboratory, offering valuable insights into how ecosystems assemble and function in the Anthropocene. The novel ecosystem found on Oahu is a testament to the island's complex history of introductions. Among the most prominent members of Oahu's novel ecosystem are the introduced plants. From the towering albizia trees, originally from Southeast Asia, to the ubiquitous strawberry guava, hailing from South America, these plants have fundamentally altered the landscape. Adding to this intricate web of life are the introduced animals. Birds like the red-whiskered bulbul, native to Asia, now fill the air with their melodic calls. Feral pigs, descendants of domesticated swine, root through the undergrowth, while mongoose, originally introduced to control rats, add another layer of complexity to the food web. This blending of species from different continents has created a biological melting pot, a dynamic system with its own set of rules and relationships. Understanding its composition and function is essential for developing effective conservation strategies in a world where human influence on ecosystems is increasingly pervasive. Through careful study of Oahu's introduced species, their interactions, and their impact on the environment, we can gain valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities presented by novel ecosystems. The transformation of Oahu's ecosystem is a story written over centuries, a gradual yet profound shift driven by human activities. The arrival of Polynesians to the Hawaiian Islands over 1,000 years ago marked the beginning of this ecological shift. They brought with them a suite of plants and animals for food, materials, and companionship, inadvertently setting the stage for future changes. European arrival in the late 18th century ushered in a new wave of introductions. The fur trade brought rats stowing away on ships, while agricultural endeavors led to the intentional introduction of plants like guava and lantana. As trade and tourism flourished, so too did the unintentional transport of species. This constant influx of new arrivals created a melting pot of species, setting the stage for the development of Oahu's unique novel ecosystem. By understanding the historical context of these introductions, we can better appreciate the challenges and opportunities presented by novel ecosystems and develop more effective strategies for managing them in a responsible and sustainable manner. Section 4. Non-native birds, a double-edged sword for Oahu's native plants. In Oahu's ecosystem, non-native birds play a complex role. They act as both allies and antagonists in the ecological transformation. Non-native birds help some native plants survive by dispersing seeds. With native birds declining, non-native birds fill the seed dispersal role. However, they also spread invasive plant seeds. This threatens native plant communities and alters the ecosystem. Understanding these interactions is crucial for conservation efforts. Section 5. Conservation Crossroads, navigating the complexities of novel ecosystems. The emergence of novel ecosystems like the one found on Oahu presents a profound challenge to traditional conservation paradigms. The conventional focus on preserving pristine wilderness and eradicating non-native species proves inadequate in the face of these human-altered landscapes. Embracing the reality of novel ecosystems requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing solely on species origins, we must consider their ecological function and their interactions within the broader ecosystem. This means recognizing that non-native species can play important roles in maintaining ecosystem services, such as pollination and seed dispersal, and that their eradication may have unintended negative consequences. Furthermore, conservation efforts must move beyond simply preserving species within protected areas. We must also consider the ecological integrity of the broader landscape, recognizing that ecosystems are interconnected and that human-dominated areas can play a vital role in supporting biodiversity. By adopting a more adaptive and context-specific approach to conservation, we can develop strategies that are both effective and realistic in a rapidly changing world. Section 6. Oahu as a microcosm. Lessons for a world grappling with ecological change. The story of Oahu's novel ecosystem extends far beyond the shores of this one Hawaiian island. It serves as a powerful microcosm of the ecological transformations occurring across the globe, driven by human activities and climate change. One of the most important takeaways from Oahu is the recognition that novel ecosystems are not inherently bad. While the loss of native species is always a tragedy, these novel assemblages of species can still support valuable ecological functions and provide important ecosystem services. However, the presence of novel ecosystems does not negate the need for conservation. Oahu's experience also underscores the interconnectedness of ecosystems and the global nature of the biodiversity crisis. By embracing the reality of these human-altered landscapes, recognizing the value of non-native species, and addressing the root causes of ecological change, we can develop more effective strategies for conserving biodiversity in the face of a rapidly changing world. Section 7. Rethinking conservation. Embracing the reality of novel ecosystems. The emergence of novel ecosystems like the one found on Oahu necessitates a fundamental rethinking of traditional conservation approaches. One crucial step is shifting from a species-centric to an ecosystem-based approach to conservation. Rather than solely focusing on the presence or absence of specific species, we must consider the overall functioning of the ecosystem and the roles that all species, both native and non-native, play in maintaining its health and resilience. This requires a deep understanding of ecological interactions, including the complex relationships between species, their environment, and human activities. Instead, we should focus on managing novel ecosystems for resilience and the continued provision of ecosystem services such as clean water, carbon sequestration, and pollination. This shift in perspective requires embracing adaptive management strategies that are tailored to the specific ecological and social context of each novel ecosystem. Embracing the reality of novel ecosystems does not mean abandoning conservation goals or accepting the loss of biodiversity. By adopting a more adaptive, ecosystem-based approach to conservation, we can develop effective strategies for managing novel ecosystems in a way that preserves their ecological integrity, supports human well-being, and contributes to a more sustainable future.